Hey there, Gemini. I was just giving you a moment to join me. It's getting late here on the Pacific Standard Time on the west coast of the United States. So you're going to be my last reading tomorrow in the evening, probably around 6 p.m., maybe a little earlier, Pacific Standard Time for Cancer and Leo and on to Pisces. So, this is the Rotation 411 Astrology channel. I'm going to be doing my favorite spread, which is what is your person thinking and feeling about you, and what are they going to do about it, and vice versa. This is for those of you that are single or taken. I feel like you can benefit from the energy of the collective in both scenarios, just to give you, real insight into yourself. And for those of you joining me or coming from the Aries and Taurus reading, I'll be doing a Q&A for a few of you at the very end, answering a question. So let's get started. I'll fill you in on the rest as we go. So I'm going to go ahead and pull a card from the Lover's Oracle for you, Gemini, to get an overall theme for your love life for January 2021. Give us a little insight into Gemini's love life for January 2021. Go ahead. It's a little bit easier to see what I'm doing here. Give me a little insight into Gemini's love life for January 2021 for the new year. Happy New Year, by the way. I got sexual union, Gemini. So I'll go ahead and read that to you. Sexual union. Honor the place in one another where you are one eternal soul. For there you will find true bliss. So just because a relationship is, predominantly sexual doesn't mean that it's, superficial somehow. I feel like a lot of people tend to think that. They're like, if this relationship is too physical, then it's lacking other components. And that's not necessarily true. I think that you can be deeply bonded and spiritually connected to someone that you're very sexual with. So anyways, I do want to let you know that these cards in this deck, the Casanova deck, if you are interested in any of the decks that I use, description below. You can also find my personal readings there through the Psychics Gold link. I won't be doing bonus readings this month because I'm doing the live stream. I've been doing different things each month to kind of just figure out what works best. But I like this live streaming so far, interacting, giving clarity on the spot. And I don't know if the stream is lagging for you. For me on my computer, it looks a little bit delayed. So do let me know in the comments if you're having any issues with my voice being extremely ahead of the feed. Not sure what the issue is there. But I did fix the blurriness that I had in the Celebrity Synastry video that I did for Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, so you might want to check that out. I also did the Gemini Sun Aries Moon video for the big 144 series, so I cover all the Gemini Sun Aries Moon combinations with each rising. So that's about 12 different combinations there, and I'll be going through all of the Sun Moon Rising combinations in the series. So I had two pop out at me, and that's interesting because that happened with Aries and Taurus also in this very first spot. But let's see here. We have the King of Swords. You see that there, the King of Swords in reverse, and the Four of Swords over that. So, the King of Swords is you, but this is how your person is thinking and feeling about you. So unless you're dealing, when I know actually, I don't know if you came back, but I have a Gemini here with us, I think, from the Aries Taurus reading, and she is dealing with an Aquarius. So a lot of you could be dealing with an Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra, but your person is thinking and feeling either that they're kind of cut off from you, they're not very present at this time, withdrawn into a meditative state. So they're thinking right now. They're thinking and pondering, and we're going to dig deeper into this, but also they could feel like you're, not being very present if you are dealing with a Gemini, your person, Gemini, feels like you're a little bit disconnected at this time. Like they can't get to you, but they're thinking about you a lot. Or they're deciding not to communicate. The King of Swords, he can cut people out and be very cutting. So they've cut off communication, but they're still definitely thinking about you. Now, if you live with them, it could just be a cool period where they're kind of playing it cool, playing a little cold. Maybe you two have been stuck in the house this whole year. Well, not this whole year. Maybe for a few days this year, but, the past year together. go ahead and see what is Gemini's person of interest and or significant other going to do about how they're thinking and feeling about Gemini at this time. Now, if you're single and waiting for someone to come in, they're definitely like trying to figure out in their head the logic, you know, to find you because you're their match, but they definitely feel like they're not having a lot of luck here to change their luck. What is Gemini's person of interest and or significant other? That was too many, you guys. It was like, yeah. What are they going to be doing in regards to how they're thinking and feeling about Gemini? And just for those of you that just joined, I will be doing Q&As, you know, answering a couple questions for you at the end of the reading. What is Gemini's person of interest and or significant other going to do through the rest of January 2021? Wow, this is very nice, Gemini. Very nice energy. We have the Knight of Pentacles here. So they may be moving a little slow. Slow and steady, but this is a very nice boyfriend, girlfriend, companionship, materialized relationship. Now, it does take time, you know, all good things come to those who wait. So, yeah, some of you could be, I mean, I feel like most of you are dealing with air signs and probably fire, be dealing with earth, you know, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, and if that's the case, they're going even slower because that's just sort of their nature. But with the Ten of Cups over this is big love. This is like, it's in one of my decks, it's like a picnic, you know, it's a very beautiful love, completion of the love energy, having it all, that happy family. You know, this to me, you know, here they're just making love in this deck, but it's sort of like, day to day they do this. It's, you know, they just have that emotional connection. And like I was talking about in the beginning, with your Lover's Oracle card with the sexual union, that doesn't mean that it's void of emotions. You can very much be physically passionate with someone and get it in focus there for you. You can very much be physically passionate with someone and still have, you know, a lot of love. And I feel like that even though your person is not really communicating at this time very well, or they're kind of locked up in their head thinking about how to move forward. And if you're living together, they might be a little bit isolated. It's not so much as the hermit, but they may not be communicating a lot, but they definitely want to be with you. Okay, they're committed to you and it's growing still and evolving, and they feel a lot of love and they love connecting with you, especially in the bedroom. That may be how you two express your emotions to one another. So what is going to be the outcome of how Gemini's person of interest and or significant other is thinking and feeling in the month of January 2021? What is going to be the outcome? And I do want to let you guys know, Gemini, that Jupiter and Saturn just moved into your first house, I believe. Yeah. So this is your physical body. So this might be a time where you are feeling a little bit more, you know, frisky, really standing out a lot. Jupiter's a benefactor. He's going to bring you a lot of luck when it comes to not just your appearance, but like your presence in the world, on the outside, how you appear to others. You're going to be looking really good right now, Gemini. And also, let's see here. The other thing about them being in your first house is, I feel like that's right, yeah, it should be right, is Saturn is there. So he's going to slow you down just a little bit. You're going to feel a little bit of a restraint, but he's in the sign of Aquarius, which is trine Gemini. Now I'm going on an astrology tangent, so if you want to know more, check out all my astrology videos. But yeah, so in Aquarius, this is very beneficial to you, Gemini. This is going to be a time where you really come out of your shell and are able to, you know, things that you've been learning over your lifetime up until this point, you're really going to be able to express outwardly, which I think is something that most Geminis are pretty comfortable with and really feel a lot of reward in, you know, expressing themselves creatively and outwardly. And, you know, Aquarius rules friendships and network marketing, so it's a really good time to make new contacts for you as well, Gemini. But that was just a little astrology side tangent. So let's see what the outcome is going to be of how Gemini's person of interest and or significant other is thinking and behaving towards Gemini this month. We have the Nine of Swords. So the Nine of Swords. You know, they're going to be communicating with you more, Gemini, is what I'm feeling here. And it's going to come very quickly, and it's almost going to be like they want to hash out things. So, be careful not to get too stuck in old energies where they're just, wanting to argue with you. Let me see. Hey, I'm just checking in on the comments here. See really quick before we get into what you're thinking. Yes, okay, Aries. Well, definitely check out the Aries video. It's still processing, but do be sure to like and subscribe if you want to see when I go live so you don't have to wait for the videos to process. Yes, okay. Oh, awesome. Thanks, Aries. All right, and I'll definitely do a few questions at the end. But so for you, Gemini, those of you, hi, Nia. You, you're feeling very, like, your person is going to want to communicate, and they're even going to want to work through the stuff that they've been avoiding and they've been thinking about here. They definitely are thinking about talking to you. It's almost like they want to link up and connect with you first before, this is like such a contrast in energy with how they're thinking and feeling now is a little bit cold and aloof and cut off from you. But they're going to come in very physically passionate. We have sexual union here, and this is how they're going to express themselves. So I wouldn't, if you're Gemini, if you're dealing with someone or you feel that this energy is vice versa and you're dealing with a Gemini, this is a lot of love coming in, but it's expressed sexually here, but it is genuine. So, don't turn down any advances if you are wanting to be with this person. This is the kind of energy that you really want to embrace and indulge in. So don't hold any grudges like, well, you weren't talking to me, and then, come with open arms, because after that, they're going to want to work through the rest of the things that need to be talked about, and Gemini can sometimes, hey, Nia, your person's really going to be wanting to talk to you, Gemini. So, make sure that when they're ready to talk after they come in, all loving here, that you're ready to have those serious conversations. Maybe think about what is some of the air, right? Swords, air, Gemini, that we need to clear, and be open to those conversations with your person, because they definitely want to have them to move to the next level, sort of putting in the hard work, the mental, working through any old patterns or scripts that you two may have. And what is Gemini? What is Nia and all her fellow Geminis? What are they thinking and feeling about their significant other at this time? What is Gemini thinking and feeling about their person of interest and or significant other at this time? I believe in this deck, these major arcanas again, they get a little, I feel like this is the High Priestess, but I just want to double check so I'm not telling you wrong. Of course, I pick the most challenging deck that I have when I'm doing a live. Temperance, actually. So this is Sagittarius. Now, I know most of you in here, I've kind of been talking to you with the other videos, so I don't know if any of you are dealing with a Sagittarius, but this also is about temperance and patience. So I feel like, Gemini, you've been very patient when it comes to your person. Sagittarius is the opposite energy of Gemini. So, where you want to communicate and they're holding back in communication, they're kind of distant too, because Sagittarius is travel. You're thinking like, okay, maybe I need to make some moves towards them again, but it has to be calculated, right? And the timing has to be right. But you're definitely very patient here, very methodical, and you're behaving very wise, Gemini. And for those of you, they are thinking about talking to you, and they are, they're kind of trying to find that balance between the energies of where you two are different. They want to meet you in the middle. If I title this reading later, that's what I'm going to put. Meeting you in the middle, Gemini. Or meet me in the middle. That's what you're saying to them. So what is Gemini going to do about how they're thinking and feeling about their person of interest and or significant other at this time? I'll go back over here to this. Oh. Okay. What is Gemini thinking and feeling about their person of interest and or significant other at this time? I'll definitely answer the questions at the end because I want to read them, but I gotta get the reading too going. 9 of Cups. So Gemini, it's okay. The 9 is a little bit of a selfish energy, but for those of you that are Gemini, because I know I have some cross watchers in here, those of you that are Gemini, this is it's all wishes granted. It's the genie in the traditional deck. So you're getting everything you want here, and this is actually fulfilling your person with the 10 of Cups. So this energy is very complimentary here. See, you're being patient, and your person's being a little bit cold and aloof and cut off and in their head with the 4 of Swords here, but you have the 9 of Cups, so you're going to be getting what you're wanting from your person, and it's going to be very emotional, and I definitely feel like it's going to have a lot of sexual undertones as well, but this is also committed. Now, it may not be that you guys are in a commitment, but it's definitely like this nice romance that's building towards commitment, a nice, it's like even if your person doesn't call every day or they're not around, you know that they're going to be there. They're your secure base. It's like, yeah, they may not call every day for some of you, but they're definitely, if you need them, you can rely on them. So what is going to be the outcome of this scenario between Gemini and their person of interest and or significant other? What is going to be the outcome of this scenario for January 2021? Oh, that was way too many, you guys and gals and everybody else. All right, let's see. No. What is going to be the outcome of this? Give it a good shuffle here. The 6 of Cups. So, okay, for those of you that are single, somebody's coming back from your past, and it's somebody who's, may have cut you out or you cut them out, but they've spent a lot of time thinking about this, and I really feel like most of you are going to embrace them. It's going to be like the minute you two see each other, it's going to be like going back to the very beginning again, and it's going to be very, like I said, sexual union, but that doesn't mean it's shallow, with the 6 of Cups, it could be past lives too. A lot of you, I feel like you're going to be going back to someone. Could be dealing with a water sign here or another air sign possibly, or Sagittarius. That's what I'm sensing. And let's get one clarifier for this 6 of Cups, and then we will look into the questions in the chat. All right, one more clarifier. 5 of Swords. So yeah, definitely make sure that, whether you're a Gemini or a cross watcher, because I know I have some cross watchers in here dealing with Geminis, make sure that you're both open to communication, because I really feel like, don't try to communicate right off the bat, like where have you been or why have you been distant, when they come at you very warmly and passionately, because it's very mutual here, it's going to be going both ways, make sure that you just, dive into that energy. That's sort of, Geminis aren't necessarily known for being spontaneous, but they are very spontaneous. It's not like the description of them, but it is how genius. So definitely embrace that loving energy. And yeah, with the 9 of Swords, but make sure not to avoid these hard conversations, because I do feel a little bit of avoidance. Now, that could be on your part, Gemini, or your person's part. But this is like a very deep connection, and for most of you, it's coming from the past. For some of you, I even feel like it's someone that you haven't seen or talked to in a very long time coming back to you here. Okay, so let's go ahead and look into the questions. Awesome, yeah. Yeah, Nia, I can look into that. What is going on with my Gemini in real status, married, single, or separated? What will be the outcome of the relationship and vice versa? Okay. Aries, I can look really quick and pull a card for his status, if he's single or he's taken. But if you want to look into, how everything's going to play out, I definitely recommend have my personal readings linked below. You could order a Q&A, and that'll give me 24 hours. I can, give me your birth dates, and I can go over the synastry and get back to you with like a 15-minute video of your own, and, go through all of what I can see for you two, but I will pull a card with the collective right now to see what his status is, you know, to see if he's hiding anything about whether he's single, married, or taken. Okay, what? Yeah, it's at the top of the catalog, the Q&A. I'm not on there for live readings right now, obviously, because I'm live on here, but all right. What is Aries, Aries? Is that how I say it? Aries, Gemini. Is he single right now? Is he single? Or what is his relationship status? These two came out at the bottom. 7 of Swords. 7 of Cups in reverse. Okay, so these are cards of deceit here, but one is in reverse. So I do feel like he is hiding something. It's some information here. Where I would lean with this is maybe he's separated and, you know, he hasn't told you that, and he's waiting for paperwork, because that's also Swords. But I do feel like he's hiding something. But as far as if it's not an emotional connection with the 7 of Cups in reverse here, the 7 of Cups is sort of like a fantasy, obsession. And in reverse, I don't feel like he has an emotional connection. Like he's not necessarily with somebody else, but there is some information that he's hiding with the 7 of Swords. And, oh my goodness, this is the Lover's card. So this is a Gemini, though. This, don't panic. This is him making a decision. He has to make a decision to tell you what he's hiding. In the Page of Swords, I think he, you know, he is definitely keeping something to himself with the Page of Swords here. I don't think that it's another person. It is like possibly a separation is what I'm getting. So he's not in a relationship, but he's not he's still got some sort of paperwork ties, because we're dealing with Swords here, Page of Swords. He could be like married and separated, or he could be still on the lease with someone or on a car note or something like that, and he's not revealing that to you. But I definitely don't feel like he's still, you know, participating in the relationship emotionally. Yeah, something like divorce, or I don't even really get that he's married, but if he is married, he's been separated for a while, because there's a lot of emotional distance between him and whoever this is. I do feel like you're going to find out by June who, you know, what's going on, and then I think things are going to look a lot better for you two. I see him investing a lot more into the relationship at that time with you. But he right now just doesn't feel comfortable telling you about it, because he's not, like, he knows it's over, but he's not sure when he's going to be able to be free entirely. So he doesn't want to, like, make it this thing where you feel like he's still involved with that person. So he's waiting for the right time to talk to you about it. Nia, I don't know what you mean about hire some guy. I don't think the Aquarius guy is going to hurt you, but I would watch out for the lies, Nia, because, you know, I want to do the synastry for you so that we could see if you have Mercury square Neptune, because that kind of means he's always going to lie, and whether those are little white lies that don't really matter and they're just kind of annoying, or he's hiding something bigger, we have to see in the rest of the chart. So I definitely recommend, when you get a chance, to, I think it's the first link in my description. It's for personal and extended readings. In the top of my catalog, you'll see the Q&As, and those are the best ones to order, because it's a good price. I'm actually going to go put them on sale again. I did that for last month, and I do the whole breakdown. You know, normally I would charge like $100 or more for that, but I'll do it for you in like 15 minutes. Yeah, so anyway. Nia, I'll pull one more card about what he's hiding, and then for the rest of you Geminis, I'll pull a card for advice for you for the rest of January 2021. What is Nia's Aquarius hiding from her? What is Nia's Aquarius hiding from her? Yeah, you asked me earlier, I think, wasn't it you that asked me if he was doing magic on you, binding you here? I think that's what he's hiding. Yeah. I don't think it's a third party. I think he's hiding how much how he feels, and he's kind of burdened by this. He has a lot of love here, and I think he's not hiding it. He's just burdened by it, because I feel like it might even be overwhelming for him. So he kind of hides in the shadows, and if he's not doing magic, like you said, he's like throwing energy out at you, like intentions, like thinking about you all the time. He can't stop, his mind goes on you and you feel this energy. But I don't feel like there's a third party here. Let me just pull one more. Is there a third party for Nia and her Aquarius? Feel a little bit. But I do feel like you're his highest match. But I don't know that he's necessarily very committed. I feel like he kind of likes to socialize. He might like to go out and party. And, Knight of Wands is very fast energy. So I don't think there's like a particular person. But I do feel like he has a lot of affection towards you, but he likes to go out and be social. And I don't feel like he wants to be tied down in a relationship. I don't feel a lot of commitment, but I feel like in his mind he thinks about you a lot, Nia. And he may even do, like, he wants to bind you. He wants you to himself. He doesn't want to see you with anyone else. But he also, he's kind of selfish because he just wants to go out and do his own thing. So, yeah, well, I could see that here, with this energy. It's not like there's a woman that he's with, go out and party, and this is kind of the player knight here. The Knight of Wands. So yeah, do be careful with your Aquarius. If he's going to hurt you, it's going to be emotionally. So make sure to protect your own heart, okay? I'm going to go ahead and pull a card for the Gemini collective for a little advice before we go. And this includes you too, Nia. And then, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and I'll play a little video to show you guys this site, Psychics Gold, that I've been working with. They're looking for advisors, so if you know any spiritual advisors that want to, start helping clients, or if you just want to order personal reading from me, my readings are on there. But what is a little advice for Gemini before we go for the night? And I'll be back tomorrow to do Cancer and hopefully finish off through Pisces. I got kind of a late start tonight. What is a little, oh, this one fell out, embrace. Is a very physical connection, and you just want to be close to them, and but at the same time, it's like there's this sense of a need of balance between, mental freedom. We're seeing that theme a lot. We saw the Eight of Swords just in the general spread, and with the King of Swords that we saw in reverse, and then, wanting to be together, really loving each other. So this is a really pretty card here. It says, embrace. Through each other, you find the missing pieces. So like I said, that Nine of Swords energy, those tough conversations you need to have. For those of you who are, waiting on your person, it's like you just, when they come around, they're going to be very warm and affectionate. And even if you're living together, I feel like this is a cyclical thing. You'll notice I say that a lot. That just kind of happens when you're with someone for a long time. So, if it's someone new coming in, they're really going to sweep you off your feet. But most of you, I feel like it's going to be someone from the past coming back. But just embrace them and then work through that Nine of Swords energy. It kind of reminds me of like a square in astrology. It's like an obstacle. It's going to come after that high, but it's not going to be a low. It's going to be like, okay, now we're going to work through the tough conversations. And so don't avoid them, and try to initiate them, I know, especially when it comes to women dealing with men, it's like you don't want to initiate define the relationship conversation, but you might want to start, asking questions, but don't do it in like an interrogative way. I get in trouble for that a lot. Okay, I have, Scorpio stuff going on in my chart. That's probably why. I just, embrace them and then have those tough conversations, because through them, even if they're not the one you're ultimately meant to be with, you're going to be able to find missing pieces, figure out, who am I supposed to be with, or, they're teaching you something. But at the same time, some of you might really be able to reconcile an old relationship, is what I'm seeing with the Six of Cups as the outcome. So thank you so much for love, blessings, and light. Happy New Year. And if you want to join me tomorrow, I don't know if I'll get better at scheduling these, but I'll definitely, if you hit the notification bell, you'll see when I go live. So I'm going to go ahead and play an ad, and sending you lots of love, blessings, and light. I'm going to show you the ad for the new site in case any of you are interested in getting a reading or working on it.